Hey everyone, it is Thursday, and I'm so excited it's almost Friday. But that means I'm on Twitter answering your questions if you use the hashtag KatieFAQ, or in my inbox you've also said, hey Katie, here's my question. So I've written down 4 for today, as well as a journal topic, which is actually a very cool art/journal project, and I think it's really cool. And one of my followers on Twitter had forwarded it to me, so thank you so much. So without further ado, into my first question. First question says, Katie, I was diagnosed with anxiety and panic disorder a few years ago. Are they both the same, and can an eating disorder go hand in hand with it? First question, are they the same? No, they're not. Now, I have my handy dandy DSM down here because, I just made my camera shake, because I want to read you the differences. Now, anxiety or anxiety disorder is really just the best way I can describe it within the anxiety disorder is generalized anxiety disorder. And that just states that it's characterized by at least 6 months of persistent and excessive anxiety and worry. Okay, so that's just anxiety as a whole, right? We worry about things and it like takes over our brain. Then if we have panic disorder, that means that we actually have panic attacks. And it says panic disorder is characterized by recurrent, unexpected panic attacks about which there is persistent concern. So you can see how one could feed the other. Our anxiety and our persistent worry could lead to a panic attack. They are not the same, but they can definitely, I guess, make the other one worse or cause the other one. Okay? And the second question, can an ED go hand in hand with it? It definitely can. A lot of times our eating disorder is used as an outlet and a coping skill for things like that, for worry, anxiety, depression, panic disorder, PTSD, abuse. It can be an outlet for anything that we don't have another coping skill for. So we're using our eating disorder to manage the anxiety or the panic attacks when we should be trying to reach out, talk to a therapist, get some support and help for ourselves. So it makes a lot of sense, and that's definitely very common. Question number 2. Is alcohol an antidepressant, and how can it be bad for you? Alcohol is a depressant, not an antidepressant. I know that many of us would be like, but Katie, when I'm drunk, I'm so happy. But it really, if you notice, you know how you pass out? People get so drunk that they'll just pass out. It's because alcohol is a downer. It's going to bring us down. It depresses us. It actually makes us tired. It can slow our breathing. You can actually die because alcohol is really a poison that we're putting in our bodies. And I enjoy a martini just as much as anybody else. But you have to remember that when you're drinking, the effects that you feel are actually the effects of a poison you put into your body that's hindering your cerebellum and many portions of your brain, as well as your frontal lobe that affects your speech. Your cerebellum is in the back here, and it affects your mobility, which is why we kind of stumble around and we have trouble, with our balance. So it's definitely not something that's good for us because it's a poison. And that's why a lot of people struggle with liver or kidney function when they've been alcoholics for a long time, because those are the organs that clean out our body. And a lot of times when you read Advil or any of the regular everyday kind of medications we take, it'll tell you if you have kidney or liver functioning problems, talk to your doctor first, because it's going to be processed like the way our body breaks it down. It's processed through those organs. And if our organs are worn out, let's say we've been an alcoholic for a long time, it can be really hard for us to even digest any kind of medication in general. So please be very careful. If you think you have a problem, look into your local AA groups and talk to your doctor, okay? Third question. I've been diagnosed with EDNOS, but they say that I'm underweight. How does that work out? I'm so confused. The diagnoses can be really confusing, and EDNOS really means you don't fall into the bulimia or the anorexia bucket exactly. And my guess, and I don't know any more than this from the question that was asked, but my guess is that you may not be binging and purging as much to be a bulimic, like the number of times that the DSM states we have to be doing it. And with anorexia, my guess is that you don't just starve. It's a behavioral thing. And you can be underweight, and you can be overweight, and you can be any weight range at all and still have an eating disorder. The diagnosis just really depends on the behaviors. So my guess would be that you kind of go in between things. We might binge and purge, We might restrict, we might purge through exercise, but we do all these different things. And so to describe the behavior, we're using EDNOS, but you're on the underweight category. Okay? I hope that helps and clears it up. I know it gets really confusing. My old videos about anorexia, bulimia, and EDNOS go into way more detail, so check those out, okay? Now, number 4, is it common for someone with BPD to go through episodes of extreme happiness or euphoria that last a couple of minutes? The answer is yes. One of the main characteristics, I'm looking over here because I took some notes, one of the main characteristics of borderline personality disorder, if you watch my video on it, and I'll do more, many of you have requested that, but I'm reading something that I had notes from the video that I did, and one of our main struggles is we have problems with regulating our emotions and thoughts. So just the same that we could feel really bad and like shitty about things, at one point in time, we could feel really good about things, and our emotions are kind of all over the place. And that's why many people often get diagnosed with bipolar disorder, when in fact it's a borderline personality disorder. So I hope that clears that up for you, because that is very normal. Okay, now, first of all, I checked my P.O. box today, and I got a little fancy pants box from another Katie. Such a good name. And I love it because it was filled, oh my gosh, you guys, with these little purple paper thing, and I love purple. You guys know me. I think I just dropped it all over myself. Oops. But I got my bracelet on. Can you see it? Can you see it? And look, it's a hope bracelet. It's a white hope bracelet, like the ones I had on my website. And, oh my goodness, okay, a really adorable card, but that's personal, so I'm not going to read you that. And then a coffee, is it flipped backwards? I don't know, but it's a coffee calendar, and I have to read you one of my favorite blurbs. Using coffee grounds for personal care, because I didn't know this. Scrub your hands with coffee grounds after handling stinky foods like onions or fish. The grounds will absorb the odor. Who knew there are so many uses for coffee? Maybe that's why I love it so much. Also because I'm from Seattle. I feel like you're like born with a bottle of Starbucks in your mouth and not milk. That's not healthy. Okay. Anyway, so my journal topic is, if you follow me on Twitter, @Kati Morton, I retweeted this. And the person that sent it to me said, like, I think this is a good idea or something. So check that out, and I'm going to read to you, and I'll post it in the description. And make sure if you like this to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put out videos 5 days a week. It's a lot of videos. But it's a paper chain project. It says, for every day you go without self-harming or purging, add a colorful link to the paper chain. It's like Christmas paper. I love paper chains. I love paper chains. If you relapse, just add a white link to the chain and carry on the chain without any disruption, right? Because it's a process, it's not perfection, and we're going to have little slip-ups, but we keep making our chain. Over time, the paper chain will grow in length, and you can see your progress. How cool. Now, there's other stuff that it says here, but it says if you feel like hurting yourself, look at the paper chain and realize just how far you've come, and realize that if you've resisted before, you can do it again. So I think that is great. So I would encourage all of you to start your paper chain, and then when you have it, even if it's just like 4 loops, please take a picture and tweet it to me at @Kati Morton, and then I'm going to retweet them, and I would like to maybe put them up on my website because that's awesome. So please do the paper chain project and let me know how it goes. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow when I'm on Facebook because it is Friday. So ask your questions on there. Remember to use the hashtag KatiFAQ, and at the top say, hey Katie, my question is blah, 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 blah. So I will see you all then. Have a wonderful night. Love you. Bye.